Hello everyone, this is CJNovo992 and today we're back for another brand new video. Come on, sit down, take a seat, watch your phone, whatever you're doing, ladies and gentlemen, you're all sitting doing the same thing as me, staring at your screen with a massive smile on the Nasher because we are truly back after that performance against the Hibs side, who again was undefeated under their new manager on their own managerial bounce, if you want. It is Phil Clement's first game in charge, and by God, despite it only being 5 days, did he not just show us everything we've not had for so damn long? Discipline, structure, and actually playing to people's strengths. It is so simple when you break it down on paper, but that little paper's never translated to on the park for years. Ladies and gentlemen, Clements came in, gave everyone a fresh start, played them in the right positions, again played to their strengths, and we came away with a phenomenal home win versus Hibs that did finish Rangers 4, Hibs 0, but that could have been 6, that could have been 7, and the guy's only been here 5 days. And for me, that game right there shows you just how amazingly impactful structure can actually be, because that's all he's actually done to this team. That's all he's been able to do so far in his short reign as Rangers manager. He's just gave the same players a lot of us have been frustrated about, the same players that's looked absolutely lost and clueless, and all he's done is gave them a structure. He's went to the defenders, defend. Midfielders, I'm not wanting you running here, drop them into a back three or going to play right wing back. You know what? You're a midfielders. Play in the middle, and I want my attackers to be attacking the goal when they get the ball. Again, it sounds so simple, but we've not had it in so long, ladies and gentlemen, and it's just amazing the impact this man actually has. And again, that is why we built him up in the way we did, looking at the managerial targets. This is the guy I felt this group players actually needed. They need discipline, they need structure, and they need somebody with the experience of handling good, bad, iffy players, and that's what Clement's got now. We feel in a much better place, not only by the fact that we obviously beat Hibs 4-0, but just watching the patterns in play. You know what I mean? If you look at the possession start of the day, I think it finished with about 52% of possession. That's not us for a very long time. We have been possession merchants, people. The 60s, the high 60s, even the 70s on occasion, but we've done absolutely nothing with it. We dropped the possession start massively in today's game, but we actually done more things with the ball. We were direct, we were taking risks, we were trying to make things happen that did eventually give Hibs the ball back, etc, but it's because we were asking questions, it's because we were taking risks, and it's just stuff that we just weren't doing in the past, and we got to see it, and it's such a relief to be able to see it out there, because these players aren't bad, they aren't all duffers, they aren't absolute clueless wastes in money. They have just been asked to do something that's completely alien to them, and you saw it. There were so many players playing without confidence, looking lost, looking like they didn't know what they were being asked to do, and it's because, again, they were getting asked to play against their grain, and Clements came in and just went, nah, in yous come, lads, go out and play your game. And just what a difference it made the day, man. I'm sitting here loving Belgians. I'm trying to find out where to find Belgian waffles. I just love, I'm even sad now about Hazard retiring. That's the impact that Clement's had already. But aye, troops, I got what I needed to get from the day. Not only was it a great win, and it's always enjoyable to see that, but I saw progression. I seen more progression in this game, this one game, than I saw from the first pre-season game right to Michael Beale's last game. And you know that's no me just speaking because I'm trying to be hyper about the new manager. No, we saw it. I sat in a car for months and I said the exact same thing, but that's no what I'm saying today. I am very encouraged about what I saw. Even the likes of Dessers, who we'll speak about in the next couple of minutes, just seeing him getting played with the ball at his feet. And again, wasn't it a great game for the big man? I'm not going to sit here and lie and say that, but he got his goal, and that could be the best thing that could happen to that laddie, because for once it's no a penalty kick and it's no a deflection. He had a moment of good impact play in front, a goal, tapped it in to the back of net, and that could be massive for that guy as well. But I'm sure he'll be sitting home tonight thinking, I can do something in this Rangers team now. If we're going to start playing the balls to my feet, I fit in with this Rangers team. And he was very unlucky not to get another goal or two in this afternoon, but we'll speak about that more in the next couple of minutes, because there's one name that we need to start off with, ladies and gentlemen, that isn't the actual manager. Nah, it is none other than Sima. And it's amazing to see just how quickly people's opinions can change, and that's why I beg for patience with this laddie, because you didn't get scouted by Brighton if you haven't got something in your locker, troops. And I feel like I just need to do a public announcement, troops. I just, to anyone, any Brighton scout, anybody that works, anyone that hands out tea cakes in the morning at Brighton's building, I need to apologise on behalf of some of our fan base for some of the tweets that we tweeted out from August to about mid-September, calling this guy a duffer and daring to question Brighton's scouting department. We apologise, troops. We now see and are now familiar with your game, as Sima now makes it 7 in his last 7 games, troops. And you know, son, I still don't think he's playing the best his ability. I still feel like he's building his way up to son, and he's still making wee mistakes here or there, but you can see he's got this raw ability and the raw quality that just stands out massively, especially again when you're up there beside the likes of the Lammers, the Dessers and the Scott Wright. Sima looked like an absolute golden goose this afternoon in his power and his pace, and just seeing what he's been asked today. No, go out wide and recycle possession at the full-back, recycle to the possession to the midfield if it's no there. No, every single time Sima got it today, you know what he did? Put his head down and run. Because you know what he's got in his game? Pace and power. And he was absolutely roasting that Hibs back line, playing to his strengths. And his first goal that obviously opened the wave, if you want, of Rangers' good play is just what this man's got. He picks it up in the middle of the park, and where we've seen boys have to hold the ball because that's what's drilled into us, that's what was strangled into us, he just runs forward to goal and finishes brilliantly. So I just wanted to shout out Sima as well. This guy is building towards being a fantastic player for us, and I've just got to say that's 7 and 7. Long may it continue. But I am starting to get a little bit lost in my train of thought speaking of individual players, because honestly I think Clements came in and gave everyone a fresh start. Even Scott Wright started the day, and I'm not going to sit here and moan people, because again, we all talked about it, we sort of planted the seeds over the last couple of videos. This guy's giving everyone a fresh start. Whether we're sent to Turkey or no, I've not got the same frustrations I had when Beale was doing it, because he was going against what he was actually suggesting and firing out, and I thought it was a disgrace the whole way that situation was handled. No, Clement gives everyone a chance. Scotty Wright started the day, and it made sense because again, every single time we got the ball, we looked to our pacey players, we looked to put it in, and Scott Wright, say what you want about him, has certainly got pace. So I think everyone who played the day got a tick to their name. Again, some of them obviously got bigger ticks than others, but everyone was given an opportunity. For me, there was not a failure on the park overall, in my personal opinion. Wee frustrations here about Lammers and Dessers, but that's always going to happen, and we'll speak about that more as we go through the game recap, because where their confidence actually is, not only is it in the gutter, I feel like it's down there with Pennywise, troops. But aye, let's go ahead and talk about the game recap, because I thought the game started the way we wanted to see, again on the front foot, but I thought Tavernier was very important to set the tone, and no, a lot of people will say that because I know so many people stunt on him, but a couple big interceptions playing in Sam Lammers, who should have done better, but again, no confidence towards driving towards the goal. We end up winning a corner. He ends up making a fantastic block as well. A lot of people's forgot about this. Hibs had a long throw. John Lundstrom, I don't know what he's actually then misses the header. It falls to the back post. I don't know who it is at the back post for Hibs, and I'm not doing a you know who here. Whoever it was at the back post gets blocked brilliantly by Tavernier, and it gets in eventually scrambled away. That goal's killed us every single week, and to be fair, I'm quick to criticise the skipper because again, he wears the armband, he carries the responsibility, but that was a massive bit of defending that nobody is actually talking about. That should have been 1-0, but the skipper said nana. But that injection, that worry, that fear ended up firing us back in, and Dessers goes, I wouldn't say close here, but he gets Sahan on target, and I thought, right, you know what I mean, 13th minute, right, we've got a new shot on target, let's keep building up new Rangers. And what I liked, and you suppose you could look at the way Hibs were playing as well, they were trying to play out the back because that manager believes in playing real football. Hopefully it catches on with the rest of the actual league, and we were hunting them down, the press, the intensity, again, sacrificing possession for possession's sake, for direct play. It's just everything we've wanted for so many years. There's so many grey hairs I've collected, troops. For what? Watching boys pass it side to side. Well, Clement clearly doesn't agree with that. If you saw how animated and how much he was screaming just 15 minutes into the game, it's no surprise to me that just a minute or two later we took the lead in the game thanks to that press, thanks to Sima. He picks the ball up at the halfway line and just takes off, man. He just looks like Fred Flintstone when he's trying to rush home to get to his wife, man. He just absolutely takes off, runs through, finishes it. He's got Dessers there he could probably pass there, and you know I'm normally a sweaty style style guy. I'm like, go for the easy goals. But when it's Dessers playing the way he is, it's a smart decision to actually shoot. And aye, phenomenal goal for Sima. Set us on our way. It was 6 and 7 at that time. We needed a moment of quality, and the man on loan for Brighton certainly gave us it. And I'm sorry to mention Sima again, but his work rate was everywhere. I mean, the next passage we play that we need to talk about was around about 26th minute. If I'm honest, as Tavernier combines well with Scott Wright, who forces a good save for Marshall, it then falls to Lammers. It kind of hits the chest, then the arm, and it's never a handball, troops. This is what, see if it hits a body part, then goes into the arm. Just rip it up and move on. We didn't need 17 minutes of VAR. It's never a penalty here for us in this occasion, and then it ends up falling again and falling again. They end up getting it cleared off. I think Dessers ends up blocking a shot on target as well, and then Sima rolls it wide. But I was like, man, this guy fancies it. The day he was running back, he made a 60-yard sprint after Redvan gets sort of caught on the actual boy. Redvan came on for Barisic, who had hurt himself within 30 seconds of the first game. Maybe he saw like, we'll have to start playing forward, and he was like, forward? Nah, I'm out of here. And they seem to have a weird interaction between him and Clement at the sideline, so hopefully it's nothing too serious for Barisic, all joking and all that side. Hopefully he's back, because again, we need him. He's our only fit left back for European football. Thank you, Michael Beale. So fingers crossed Barisic is actually right. But Redvan loses the ball, and Sima just sprints down, hits a slide tackle on Martin Boyle. He's not exactly the slowest player in the Hibs side, but Sima caught up with him, put him on his arse, won us a throw-in, and I was just like, yes, this is it. And it's one of the many things why you won man of the match, because the goals will certainly obviously grab a look at the headlines, and that's what you'll see on Twitter. But I can't express to you, if you missed this game, his work rate was sensational, and I think if you scroll down to the comment section, there'll be people agreeing with that. But we have one more goal to talk about before we get in to the second half, and it came from my wee Belgian prince as well. You know what I mean? It's been hurting me needing to criticise this laddie. I know I'm one of the very few on this platform that criticises and dares to criticise Raskin, but I've needed more for the wee laddie, because he's no been himself. Again, he's been wasted by Bale and asked to do ridiculous things under Michael Beale, with Lunny going at centre half and Jose being played right mid. He's had a ridiculously poor standard of the season we're expecting for this laddie. But what I loved is not just the goal, just look at his positioning. Just look at his runs that he's able to make. He's no longer a one-man midfield. We've actually got midfielders playing in the midfield. I know people that didn't watch Rangers and that are thinking, what are you talking? Of course midfielders. No, they never. We never played midfielders in the midfield. We only had one sitting there, and that was Raskin being told to do everything. But he gets his goal that his work rate certainly deserves. And the way it comes down, again, Sima's involved. No giving up on it. I think he gets a slight toe on it. It then goes to another Hibs player, Sam Lammers, who, again, was an absolute ghost. Honestly, Patrick Swayze remake coming in this one. But he does well here. Good little challenge. Plays it to Raskin, and Raskin hits it for about 25-30 yards out. It kind of trickles into the net, but it's not the first time Marshall's been beat for range, ladies and gentlemen. Raskin gets his goal. That was 2-0. That was half time, and it well and truly set us on our way to a much more comfortable second half. And I just felt that goal there, again, we're trying to pick up players whose confidence is in the gutter. Their belief in their own ability has been ripped out of them for what they've been asked to do, and again, completely against how they play and go about their business. So I feel like that second goal was so important, because it's no, oh, that's it, every problem's going to be fixed right away. We're in Clement, that's not the way real life actually works. It's going to take time, and I felt like that second goal just gave every player in that Rangers team an opportunity just to go, right, and start playing proper football. And that's what we saw in the second half. We were fantastic in the second half, and not only with the inclusion of Cantwell, who added just ridiculous goals. He's ridiculous, the blonde-haired boy, man. He's overtaking Legolas. He's my favourite blonde. Now, normally I'd say Margot Robbie here, but she's not replied to any of my Instagram DMs, so she's moving down. Legolas has gone up because he can't ignore my DMs because he doesn't exist. I just don't know. Anyway, there was some more play in the second half. Scott Wright nutmegs a boy who runs through, plays in Dessers. Really, really poor shot in front of goal. There's then a long ball from Sima after beating two Hibs players down the left-hand side to Lammers, who again doesn't connect with it. Then there's a ball in the mixer. Dessers ends up fighting and battling. Again, playing to his strength. Gets his little toe on it, passes it to Lammers 3 yards out, and Lammers hits the inside of the post, and it comes out, and you're thinking, aye, This is just them, innit? And that's exactly what I was thinking just seconds before the third goal went in, because it's a brilliant ball in behind for Lammers to Dessers. The flipped rolls right here. This time Dessers goes round the goalkeeper, kicks it, it's blocked once, then it's blocked on the line twice, and I'm going... And then Sima just steps up and hits a ridiculous volley that makes Zidane blush, troops. Just the way he contours his body. It was like the Grudge, troops. He just throws himself up there, kicks it in the top bin, and it's one of the goals that looks like, oh aye, but the more you see it, it's ridiculous. He's not even facing the goal, yet he's spun on a sixpence. Top bin, 3-0. Dessers very unlucky, but that was well and truly game, set and match. And then we just started to have a little bit of fun, and it just started to feel like, you know what? I really want Dessers or Lammers to get a goal right here. And on came Todd Cantwell, and right away, this guy, say what you want about him, say what you want about his Instagram, say what you want about his social media or his interviews, put all that to one side, troops. Look at this guy on the park and tell me he doesn't stand out above everyone. Doesn't matter who your favourite player is, he's a ridiculous level of a football player, and he just added, and he just looked miles, and I love a lot of these players in this Rangers team, and I'll back them and I'll defend them, but he's just miles better, man. His touches, he took one out of the sky that didn't even touch the laces. I didn't even understand how that's possible. Brings it down, ends up flicking it by Newell, and he has to just try and pull his pants down. He looks like Chris Sutton, how badly and demented he is about Todd Cantwell. It ends up being a foul, and he just had fun this afternoon. I mean, just running by, skimming by people, and his assist, troops. I just trying to contain myself, because he gets the ball right, and not once, and I mean not once, does he look at Dessers, and neither does the Hibs players, and that's maybe an indication of where Dessers actually is. But for the elder statesman that's watching us, so the guys who like basketball, it reminds me, if you think back to the NBA finals all the years ago when Michael Jordan, all the defenders and all the players were looking at Jordan because it was the last few seconds of the final. Well, it's going to Jordan, Jordan's going to shoot, let's just all focus, and all of them were watching Jordan. Jordan went like that, threw it to Steve Kerr, nothing but net, and they won the title. That's exactly what happened in terms of our football. Every single Hibs player, he's got 4 players on him, and the 2 defender, 2 fullbacks are both staring at him. He's facing this way, and then just hits a no-look reverse pass beyond all of them, curving it right into the path of Dessers, who was wide open with nothing but net in front of him. And Dessers, thankfully, shows a bit of composure and just tucks it away beautifully and nonchalantly, like he's hitting 25 a season. Phenomenal goal that's all about the assist, but let's not forget about the finish, because he could have snatched it, but it was great to see Dessers have that moment and have that goal. And welcome back, Todd Cantwell. Well, bloody missed you. Now, the game started to run away for Hibs here, as they just couldn't deal with us. Again, especially with Cantwell come on the park again, he just adds something completely different. And when you can move the likes of Scott right out and you bring in the likes of Cantwell, when you start looking at the players we've got, we could have a very fun season. Now, the structure is actually in place, and Sima had another opportunity that was blocked well by the defenders. Danilo rolled one just wide. Danilo came on with a black mask. I feel like suing for false advertising. Troops, you know what I mean? Where's my blue mask? I'll let it go for a brief couple seconds, and then the last action of the game, if I should say, is Cantwell playing a ridiculous ball in behind to Raskin, who's got all damn day to shoot, but unfortunately it turns to night as a Hibs player comes and takes a bath from, hits it, and it ends up going straight to the goal. I don't know how we've no scored to make it 5 here, but it was 5, 6, possibly 7, but that was it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm breathless, I'm excited, and I cannot wait to see more of this influence from this man in this team, because we played a Hibs team the day that couldn't stop scoring and who were on their own managerial bounce, who was on their own unbeaten run. And I'll tell you something right now, if we hadn't made the change we made, there is not a shred of me that believes there's even an alternative universe out there that we also won this game 4-0. This happens because the change we made and the structure that was put in place by an actual experienced manager. So long may that continue. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down there in the comment section below. How do you feel about the game? What stood out to you? Watching, who was your man of the match? There was a lot of candidates. For me, I thought Goldson was magnificent today as well, by the way, but my man of the match has to be Sima. Phenomenal performance. But that's all I've got to say. Until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Sage and Omni2. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and bye-bye.